Hi there, I'm Jennifer Grace from Grit and Grace Art, and today we're going to be taking a look at a thick paint Easter/spring basket that I made. It is both an acrylic pour and a thick paint painting together. Here I'm doing the petals that will mimic the basket weave. And as you can see, there is already a pour done here on the background. This was done using a tin and a silver and a white color. And I did that as an acrylic pour. And then I did this part here as well as an acrylic pour to complete the basket. Now I'm adding some roses, and this is why I decided to add this video to YouTube, because I wanted to show you how to do these very easy DIY roses. As you can see here, it just starts off with sort of a lump of paint, if you will, and then molding it with your palette knife into the shape of a rose. The easiest way to do that is to first spread it out in a circle, or not a perfect circle, but just some circle type shape. And then start digging in with your palette knife to make some grooves. This is what is going to create highlights and lowlights and give you the effect of petals. We can also increase that look with some paint later on, but just with the thick paint right now, that's what you want to be doing. So you want to spread it out and then sort of make a little circle shape in the middle and really just layer those petals in so you can see that there's petals on the outside coming in toward the center. I continue to do a couple more roses here. Now this was done as part of a challenge that a friend and I were running on Instagram, and it had to be done with mandatory colors. So some of the colors were red, purple, and orange. So that's why you'll see me using those specific colors here for the roses. And in the next rose, I actually decided to take a bit of a risk and mix the colors together. So you'll have to let me know in the comments what you think of that. And make sure to like and subscribe, even if you want. Save this for later so you'll be able to come back to it when you decide to make roses of your own. All you need is a palette knife, as you can see here. You can get cheaper ones that are plastic. I have those in my Amazon shop. And then you're going to need some modeling paste. This is light modeling paste by Liquitex. A few heavy body acrylic colors, or just regular acrylic paint. If that's all that you have, that's okay too. And then you're going to need that sort of nude color to do the basket weave part. And if you want, you can do some pouring behind it. If you want, but you don't need to, you can leave the back of the canvas white or paint it a different color. Just back to the acrylic paints for a second. If you don't use a heavy body acrylic, as I said, that is okay. You can use other acrylic paints, but just be wary that the water content is higher, which will cause more shrinkage. So there's something I want you to watch for here. See how I've joined the roses together, but just a little bit? If I was doing this again, I would either keep them separate or I would join them together much closer. Like I would smush them in together because they did shrink quite a bit and pull apart. So you don't want that to happen to you. Once I was finished with the roses, I let them dry and I didn't quite love how it looked. So I decided to add a little bit of greenery, the same way you'd get greenery in a bouquet. Just a couple leaves and then some greenery throughout the roses. As you can see, they had really pulled apart. So there was a lot of awkward space left in between them. Next time I would definitely do things a bit differently, but I do think it turned out pretty cute considering, and I just love these simple roses. They're so easy to do and have a really big impact. I also added a bit of paint with them to just create some highlights and lowlights and give it a little bit more depth. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me for more just like this.